Once upon a time, in the heart of a shining valley, there lay a kingdom built beside a glowing lake. They called it Moonlake, because at night the silver light of the moon spilled upon it like a sea of diamonds. Around the lake, music, laughter, and warmth filled the air, for this was the kingdom of Lumira. The people of Lumira lived in joy. They sang by the lake shore, danced in moonlight, and celebrated every full moon with lanterns floating upon the lake. And above them all ruled King Elian and Queen Zara, a pair known for their kindness and wisdom. King Elian was strong yet gentle, the heart of justice in the kingdom. Queen Zara was beautiful and kind, with eyes that carried calm like still water. But behind her soft smile she carried a deep sorrow. She longed for a child. Every morning, Queen Zara would visit the Tree of Wishes in the Silverstone Garden. She would close her eyes, place her hands on the glowing bark, and whisper, "O moon goddess, please bless me with the joy of motherhood." Years passed. The palace remained bright but silent. No little feet, no laughter echoing through its halls. King Elian often stood by the lake, watching the moon's reflection, wishing that one day the palace would echo with the sound of his children's voices. Then one magical dawn, the bells of the palace rang with joy. Queen Zara had given birth, and not to one, but two baby girls. Twin princesses. The kingdom erupted in celebration. The lake shimmered like liquid gold. Birds sang melodies never heard before, and the people danced under a sky of starlight. King Elian held his daughters in his arms and said lovingly, "Our dark-haired daughter shall be called Lyra, and our golden-haired daughter shall be Selene. They are the heart and soul of Lumira." The crowd cheered, and flower petals rained from the palace balcony. Time passed. The twin princesses grew up, beautiful, inseparable, and yet as different as night and day. Princess Lyra, with her long black hair and bright mischievous eyes, was bold, playful, and loved dancing in the royal gardens. Whenever she danced, petals floated in the air, and the moonlight itself seemed to follow her movements. But she was also lazy and carefree. After dancing, she would yawn and say, "Let me sleep, please. I'll dream of dancing again." Princess Selene, with her golden hair and ocean blue eyes, was calm, thoughtful, and filled with kindness. Every morning she rose early, joined her parents for breakfast, and then walked to the lake with her favorite book. She would sit under the willow tree, reading and singing softly. Her voice blended with the ripples of water and drew butterflies and birds around her. King Elian and Queen Zara adored them both, one full of fire, the other full of light. When their 16th birthday arrived, the palace shone brighter than ever. White and red flowers covered the halls, golden ribbons flowed from the balconies, and two gowns waited for the princesses, one silver and black for Lyra, and one gold and red for Selene. The celebration began. Music echoed across the courtyard. Selene stepped forward first, glowing like the sun, and when she sang, even the wind paused to listen. Then Lyra appeared, dazzling in her black gown like the night sky itself. As she danced, petals bloomed beneath her feet, and streams of light curved through the air. The people gasped. Even the laziest princess could create pure magic. The night ended with both sisters standing hand in hand, cutting the royal cake under the moonlight. But soon after, Queen Zara's heart grew heavy again. She whispered to the king, "Selene grows wiser every day, but Lyra's laziness worries me." The king smiled and said softly, "Time teaches what words cannot, my queen. One day she'll find her light." And that day came sooner than anyone expected. A strange darkness began to rise from the far edge of Moonlake, a shadow spreading beneath the waves. One evening, both princesses saw the water turning black. Then a voice echoed from the lake. "Only the light born of two hearts can save the kingdom." The sisters looked at each other, frightened but brave. Selene took Lyra's hand. "Together," she said. They stood by the lake as the moon disappeared behind clouds. Lyra's dance began, her movements creating silver ripples across the water. Selene sang, her voice carrying warmth and power. And when their light joined, the lake burst into brilliance, banishing the darkness forever. From that night on, the people called them the twin princesses of Moonlake, the dancer of night and the singer of day.